Yes, you can use present perfect for the future. Have you ever heard a sentence like, "I'll call you when I've arrived," or "We won't start until everyone has come and thought"? This lesson will show you how English really works in future time clauses like when, after, before, until, as soon as, once, and why choosing present perfect can change the meaning by emphasizing completion, a powerful trick for formal English, business communication, and exams. First, a quick reminder about future time clauses. After words like when, after, before, until, as soon as, once, by the time, we usually don't use will or going to in the clause. We say, "I'll call you when I arrive," not "when I will arrive." "We'll start after you finish," not "after you will finish." So the structure is main clause in future plus time clause in present tense. "I'll call when I arrive." "We'll start after you finish." "We won't accept until they agree." This is standard future grammar. Now let's add the twist. Two options in the time clause. Very often, you actually have two choices in the time clause. Option A, present simple. "I'll let you know your score after I grade the test." "We won't accept the offer until they agree to our conditions." Option B, present perfect. "I'll let you know your score after I've graded the test. We won't accept the offer until they've agreed to our conditions." Both A and B are grammatical. Both talk about the future. So what's the difference? Here is the key. Present simple in the time clause implies focuses on the sequence of events. Present perfect in the time clause implies focuses on the completed state before the next event. Take this pair. "We won't accept the offer until they agree to our conditions." Neutral. Agreement first, then acceptance. "We won't accept the offer until they have agreed to our conditions." Stronger emphasis on completion. Their agreement needs to be fully in place before we move. Another pair. "I'll let you know your score after I grade the test." "I'll let you know your score after I have graded the test." Same order, but the second version highlights the finished result of grading. It's like saying, "Only when the grading is completely done will I tell you your score." So, present simple. Event A, then event B. Present perfect. Event A must be fully completed before event B. Let's look at a few more pairs. Example 1. Arriving. "I'll text you when I arrive." "I'll text you when I've arrived." In "when I arrive," the text could be at the moment of arrival, maybe as you're walking into the building. In "when I've arrived," we see arriving as a completed situation. You've come in, maybe taken off your coat, and then you text. The focus is, after I'm fully there, I'll text. Example 2. Starting a meeting. "We'll start the meeting as soon as everyone comes." "We'll start the meeting as soon as everyone has come." Both are correct. The second one adds a little extra stress on the finished state. Everyone is already in the room, seated, ready. First action fully done, then we start. Example 3. Submitting documents. "I'll send you the contract after you sign it." "I'll send you the contract after you've signed it." Again, the second sentence highlights that your signature is already there. The action of signing is 100% finished, then the contract is sent. Common future time clause patterns. Here are typical patterns where this choice appears. In each case, both forms are possible, but the present perfect adds the completion nuance. After plus present simple / present perfect. After I finish / after I've finished. After you read it / after you've read it. Before plus present simple / present perfect. Before you leave / before you've left. Before we start / before we've started. Until / till plus present simple slash present perfect. Until they agree slash until they've agreed. Until we receive it slash until we've received it. When slash once slash as soon as slash by the time. Plus present simple slash present perfect. When I arrive slash when I've arrived. Once they send it slash once they've sent it. As soon as you finish slash as soon as you've finished. By the time you arrive slash by the time you've arrived. Every time you choose the present perfect version, you're saying, at that future moment, this earlier action is already completed. Style and register. Let's talk about style. In everyday speech, many native speakers, especially in American English, simply use the present simple in these clauses. I'll call you when I get home. We'll start when everyone arrives. It's quick, natural, and completely correct. The present perfect version often appears in formal or careful speech, business English contracts and instructions, exam writing. For example, we will proceed once we have received your payment. The system will activate after all users have registered. Extra future time phrases that like present perfect. Up to now, we focused on when, after, before, until, once, as soon as, by the time. There are a few extra phrases that work in exactly the same way and sound very natural in spoken and written English. The idea is still the same. We can use present simple or present perfect in the time clause, but the present perfect version emphasizes completion. Immediately after, slash, right after, slash, soon after. These are just stronger versions of after. We often use the present perfect to make it clear that one action is completely finished and then the next action follows very quickly. I'll email you immediately after I've spoken to her. First, my conversation with her is finished. Then, I send the email right away. Right after I've finished this meeting, I'll call you. The meeting must be fully over. Only after it's done will I call. Soon after we've signed the contract, we'll announce the news. The signing, complete, all pages signed, comes first. The announcement comes shortly after. You could also say, after I speak, slash after I finish, slash after we sign, but have plus past participle highlights the finished result of that first action. As long as, slash so long as. These usually introduce a condition, but in some contexts, the condition is like a future requirement that must already be fulfilled. As long as you've completed the training, you can start on the project. Here, have completed means at the moment you start the project, your training is already finished. So again, present perfect describes a completed condition that must be true before the main action. Once slash only after. These two are very useful in formal or written English, especially for rules and instructions. You'll have access only after you've created an account. First, account creation is completed. Then, access becomes possible. Once you've read the instructions, you can begin. First, reading is finished. Then, you're allowed to start. Negative constructions with future time clauses. When we use negative verbs in the main clause, won't, can't, shouldn't, etc., the choice between present simple and present perfect in the time clause becomes even more important because we're setting a barrier or condition that must be met. Pattern 1. Won't slash will not plus until slash till. This is one of the most common negative patterns in English. With present simple, we won't leave until you finish your dinner, meaning simple sequence. You finish, then we leave. With present perfect, we won't leave until you've finished your dinner, meaning stronger emphasis. Your dinner must be completely done, plate clean, before we go. Pattern 2. Won't slash will not plus before with present simple. I won't start before everyone arrives. Focus. Arrival happens first, then starting. With present perfect, I won't start before everyone has arrived. Focus. Everyone must be fully present and settled before starting. Pattern 3. Won't/will not plus when/after/once. With when, I won't call you when I arrive. I won't call you when I've arrived. Difference. The first is a simple refusal at the moment of arrival. The second emphasizes even after I'm fully there and settled. With after. We won't pay after you send the invoice. We won't pay after you've sent the invoice. Context matters. The second could mean sending alone isn't enough. We need to receive and verify it. Pattern 4. Can't/cannot plus until. This shows inability or prohibition until a condition is met. Examples. You can't enter until you register. You can't enter until you've registered. Second version. Registration must be fully processed, not just submitted. They can't leave until the police question them. They can't leave until the police have questioned them. Second version. The entire interrogation must be finished. Pattern 5. Shouldn't/mustn't plus before/until. This adds advice or strong prohibition. Examples. You shouldn't make a decision before you think it through. You shouldn't make a decision before you've thought it through. Second version. The thinking process must be completed and thorough. You mustn't submit the report until you proofread it. You mustn't submit the report until you've proofread it. Second version. Proofreading must be finished and verified. Question forms with future time clauses. Will you call me when you arrive? Asking about a simple future action at the time of arrival. With present perfect. Will you call me when you've arrived? Asking about an action after arrival is completely done, settled in, ready. Should we announce the news after the board approves it? Should we announce the news after the board has approved it? Second version. After approval is official and documented.